Good evening, everyone.
I feel.
How's everybody doing? Hope everybody's great. Laura Steen is always wonderful. Tracy, how we doing? Tired? Yeah. What's work? What did yard work? See, I'm having a moment. Nice yard. Well, that's good. Exercise, but it's hot. Yeah. Oh, let's see who else is here. How is everybody?
Huh?
Summer, you're good. Okay, we've got some hungry people. Yep, my students always, my class, I let them eat in class. So you guys feel free to eat in class as well. Jacob, hello, hello. Catherine, hi. Tanya, how are you? Are we good? Tired? Everybody is tired. Well, Tracy did yard work in Arizona. Why are you tired, Tanya? What's happening? Just old. Maybe. Okay. It happens. This is the truth. Okay. I totally get it. I totally get it. It's important to keep active. All right. Anybody else? How we doing? Everybody wonderful? Okay. So tonight, I want to review your homework from last week, which let me refresh my memory. Okay. So practicing the numbers. All right. Real quick, we're going to round robin style. Very short lesson of days of the week, time, birthday, age, pets. We're going to practice the grammatical feature we call listing. We're also going to talk about listing as it relates to pronouns. We're going to talk about daily schedule, like what do you do when you get up, and so forth and so on. Okay. And then we have a lot of vocabulary to cover. So anybody, bring it on. Homework. Everybody give me an example based on everything I just kind of went over. Anybody want to give me an example? See a lot of deer in the headlights happening. Okay, we're going to start with Justin, Amber, and then we will go from there. Okay, so first Justin and Amber, and then Tracy, and then Catherine. Justin and Amber, go crazy. My birthday's June 17th. 7th or 17th? Which one? 7th turns towards your body. 17th turns outward. 17th. Okay, fabulous. June 17th. Very nice. Very nice. Is that a, are you a Sagittarius? No. What am I thinking? June, help me. Gemini. Gemini. Ah. People think they're liars and two-faced, but I think Gemini is supposed to be more, I mean, everyone says that. It's not me, which I think is stupid. I think they're supposed to be more versatile and they can see multiple perspectives. Okay, so very good. All right, anybody else? Amber, did you have one too? Go for it. Nope. Okay. Keep going, keep going. Is 1-year-old? Okay, so a dog and a cat, is that what? No, just one. Okay, a baby. Okay. Gotcha. I'm with you now. Okay. All right. A 1-year-old. Gotcha. Okay, very good. Right? Did I get that right? It's a dog, a 1-year-old dog, right? You got a puppy. Did I have it right? No? Perfect. No, that's good. 2. Are they 2? Okay, now I'm confused. All right, Amber, one more time. Okay, so we've got 2 animals, 2 dogs. 1. One that's 2 years old. Okay, I got it. We're going to figure it out. Okay, gotcha. Okay. I'm not even going to ask for names. I'm not even going to go there. Nope. Nope. All right, who is next? Tracy. Well, let's make some spotlighting happen. 3 dogs. 3 dogs. Cairo, a girl, like Egyptian. About 6 months, or 6 years old-ish. 6 years old. And then the next one is also a girl. Rainer, about 4. Okay. River, and then a boy. Skipper, and he is 2. 6, 4, and 2. Did I get that right? Nice ages. Okay, now we saw that variation there. Okay, so she did some listing. So we had gender, and then she gave the name, and then she gave the age. Now you can do it like Cairo, River, and Skipper. You can go names first, or you can do all the things for each one. Either way is fine. Okay. And then you could do the ages. You could do the ages like that. So either way, nice job. Very good. Excellent. And then Catherine, tell me your things. When does library story time start? Saturday morning at 10:30. Beautiful. So beautiful. No complaints. Very nice. Woot woot. So library story time. And then she did the rhetorical question of when, and then she did 10:30. That was fantastic. Very clear. Loved it. And the facial expressions were good too. Those non-manuals, the structure, all the things. Very nice. You took your non-manual class. Oh, so dear. Hearts. Okay, excellent. Thank you, Catherine. All right, anybody else want to give it a go? Summer. Now, is that your boy? Nice. Hi, how old is he? How old is he? 4? 4. That's a big kiddo for 4, isn't he? Am I wrong? He is. Okay, I was going to say. Going to be a football player. Excellent. Okay, perfect. Did you see that? So, handsome little... Oh, okay. All right, so big. So this is like big, like beefy big. Like this. Muscular, like a weightlifter. Okay. So big in that sense. Like defined type big. Tall, medium. See the difference with the non-manual there? That's like impressively tall. You don't have to get your hand all the way up. You don't have to like actual size. Your facial expression is going to show the degree. Okay. Same thing if you're talking about somebody who's extremely short. Facial expression will show the degree. Very nice. All right. Anybody else? I'm open. All right, Laura Steen, and then we'll go with Alice. Oh, how many? 4? We're talking 4? Wow, go. 6? Wow. Okay. Mm-hmm. 71, 90, 69. Trying to catch them all. Wait. You are 66? Lies. Wow. Okay. You look good. Okay. 65. Okay. And then, wow. And then, yes, very nice. I like how you did that. Perfect. Okay. That was beautiful. Did everybody see that? So she listed everybody. And then because there's 6, this is how we did the 6th one. We kind of point. Some people do this for the 6th one. And then you can also do this. Most of the time you see this when we're talking about the 6th one. That was perfect. Beautiful. Very close in age too. What? 66 and 65 for the last 2? I bet there was a lot of fighting happening. And then 67. Wow, the last three. Okay, see that? See how I put those three together to signify that they were all very close in age? And they're approximately about 1 year apart, or a year and a half, give or take. So this is a good way you can show that. Okay, now you have to quantify what you're talking about, but that's excellent. Actually, my father he's the youngest of 9. Okay. And so typically, well, he passed away, but they were like a farm family. So you would go like this, and then he would do this. Bonk, 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 bonk. Okay. Or you could do this and then talk about 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th. 4 of them were deaf. So he would say like the 3rd one, and then the 4th one, these 2 were deaf, and then the 7th one, and then the 9th one. Okay, so see how that works? Okay. Excellent. Very nice job. Alice, where are you? Sorry, I missed you before. My apologies. Okay. My dog's birthday is May 4th. Oh, Star Wars Day. May the 4th be with you. But far out. Perfect. I love it. Okay. So 4th, I want to make sure I'm getting this right. 4th. So you turn that in towards copy me. So 4th starts palm orientation out and turns inward. 4th. There we go. Beautiful. Perfect. Okay. So May, and I like how you combined, like, so May the 4th, which is also Star Wars Day, right? Am I getting that? Did I get that right? Okay. So yeah, perfect. Beautiful. Nice. Now I noticed that you gave a little pause there. So my dog's birthday is May the 4th. Pause, which is Star Wars Day, which is appropriate. That made that very clear. It wasn't like a run-on sentence, like my dog's birthday, May the 4th, Star Wars Day. That doesn't make sense. That pause is almost like a semicolon, which was perfect. Excellent. Okay, anybody else? Anybody else? Tanya. Making the spotlights happen. Okay. Whoops, sorry. We had a spotlight issue. I missed you because people moved. Okay, do it again. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. So temperature, we're talking about the temperature was 78 or 67. Perfect. So the temperature in Arizona was 94. Woo, good. Okay. Where do you live? Indiana, but previously in Arizona. Okay. Wow. Okay. So that makes more sense. Okay. So now I'm going to challenge you. Good structure, very clear structure. Non-manuals were fantastic. I want to challenge you, take it to the next level. So Indiana, where I live, point, and then you give your temperature, 67 degrees. And then I want you here to use some space to show where Arizona is, where I lived before, is 94. So do it again with that little added 3D situation. So point. So think about a map in front of you. And then where's Arizona? No. Okay. Yep. There you go. There you go. Okay. Beautiful. Where is that? You got to tell us where it is. No, Arizona. There you go. You got to identify what you're referencing. Beautiful. Perfect. Perfect. And your structures sound, Tanya, very nice, but I like you adding the spatial grammar there. That's beautiful. Excellent job. All right. Anybody else? Anybody? Lena. Okay. I have a deaf sister. Beautiful. Oh, no. Wait, one more time because the interpreter messed up. I have a sister. And she's 14. And her name's Asha. Nice. Nice. Okay. Nope. Was there anything else? Okay. No, that was great. Okay. Perfect. Okay. So sister, 14. And it's Sasha, right? Did I get that right? Nope. It's ASHA. Ha ha. AASHA. Ha ha. The interpreter had it right. Ha. Thank you. Anyway, so AASHA. Perfect. Now, let's talk about your grammar. Your grammar was fantastic. I loved how you were referencing to your sister off to the side. That was beautiful. It's almost like a pronoun. Now, are you left-handed or right-handed? You're right. Are you a lefty? No. So you're left-handed, so you write with your left hand. Perfect. Okay, wonderful. I take back what I was going to say. Because I'm right-handed, I would point to the right side. That's just kind of natural. It's called a token grammatically. But as a left-handed person, you're going to reference your left. That totally makes sense. Okay, perfect, perfect, perfect. Now, there's a difference between a person, okay, and possessive, okay? When you use your flat hand, that's possessive tense. So her, his, my. So if you're going to do she, just point with one finger. That's singular pronoun. So she versus her, okay? So her name is Asha, okay? And show me old 14. Show me 14. So old 14. Or you can point to your chin. I think you did that. I think you did point to your chin 14, which also works. Perfect. Beautiful. Nice job. Excellent. Excellent. Anybody else have a burning desire to volunteer? Jacob, you look like you have a burning desire to volunteer. Look at did everybody see his face? Oh. You don't worry. Go ahead. All right. Okay. All right, we're on to the birthdays. December 24th. Perfect. I love it. Now, birthdays from the chin, not from the forehead. Birthday. There you go. Perfect. Excellent. Easy to remember. Think about like blowing out the candles. It always comes from the mouth. So that's a good way to remember. Okay. Excellent. And your numbers and your months. Beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. Okay. Anybody else? If not, oh, hello, Tara. So my family's birthday, there are 4 of us. Dad, which is July 22nd. Ooh, me too. Mom, who is February 17th. Me, July 17th. Interesting. And my sister, July 17th? 7th. Okay. So wait, 3 July birthdays? Wow. Oh, look at that. Did you see what you did? That's so good. So dad, and then you and your sister. Excellent. I liked how you did that. So, and that other one was February. Mom was February. Okay. Perfect. So everybody see that? See how she like do that again. Same day. Stop on the same day. The 17th. Wow. So we've got, gotcha. That was beautiful. Did everybody see that? So how she did some different combining. So one on these 3 are in July. Or July, yes. And then these 3 are on the same day. Did I get that right? Or is it just 2? These 2. These 2 are on the same day, but different months. And then, all right, I'm going to figure it out eventually. Good. Nice job. And there was something I was going to tell. Oh, interesting. So if you want to include your parents, if you're talking about your family, you have to add the 4 of us like this. Okay. And then do it, because this, and let me explain why. This typically only applies to siblings, dogs, animals, things that are on the same level in terms of authority structure or power dynamic. If you're talking about your immediate family that includes parents and siblings, you start off like this, and then you can do your listing. It's a rule. I don't know, but very nicely done. Excellent. All right. Anybody else? Questions, comments, concerns? Quiet. Oh, Catherine has a question, and then Summer, we will go to you, and then we will actually get started. So Catherine, what's happening? If a person is right-handed, like myself, like if I'm talking about my mom, which way do I point? Left or right? All right, I want to make sure I understand your question. So you're right-handed, and you're wanting to, you want to talk about your mom, or you want to have a, you want.
Yeah. If I want to talk about just one person, where do I point? I don't know.
Typically, you would start off pointing in the direction, off to your right, unless the person was physically in the space. Okay. If you're just talking about somebody who's not present, you're typically going to your first reference point is always going to be on the side of whatever your dominant hand is. So if you're right-handed, right, if you're left-handed, left, unless they're in the space. Okay. Or if you're talking about like the TV, like my son always sits over here when he's watching TV. I might adjust, but if I'm just generally talking about a person who's not present, I'm going to always reference on this side. Okay. And if I'm talking about like my mom comes up and gives me a hard time, blah, 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 I'm always going to reference to the right initially. Now,
Thanks.
Yeah. Now, if it's three people, like suppose there's three, we always start to the side we dominate, right, in our case, and then we go over to the left, okay, just to make that very clear juxtaposition. And then the third person's about somewhere midline-ish, mid-range. You kind of, wherever works, okay. And beyond that, a story just gets confusing. So, but good question. Excellent question. I suggest look in the Green Book, which is called by Dennis Coakley. He's the author. There's some nice explanations on, setting up reference points and things called tokens or surrogates. These are all surrogates based. These are all grammatical terms in ASL and grammatical features. So, all right. And then summer. What was happening? What is the sign for birthday? Oh, Lord, where are you from? Let me start with that. LA, like California, or Louisiana? Okay, there might be regional signs there that I don't know about, because birthday is one of those signs where you never know where you are until you see somebody sign birthday. In Maryland, when I was do not copy me. Don't copy me, because this is older than Methuselah. Okay, I'm heartbroken. This was the old sign for birthday. Then I got older. I went to Gallaudet. I was still signing birthday. I moved to Chicago, and they all signed birthday like this. So I kind of started doing this. Chicago, they also sign birthday like this or birthday like this. Later on, I started my father, who's from Alabama. He signs birthday. New Yorkers sign birthday. Some people sign birthday. Some people sign birthday. Some people sign birthday. Birthday is really regionally dependent. But the most common sign you see is this one. That's like the lingua franca. But if there's something that they do in Louisiana, by all means, keep that local flavor. I'm a huge fan. I really am a big fan of local flavor. I think that's so important. So see what they're doing now. But for now, use this for birthday, because the largest percentage of deaf people are going to understand what that means. But then definitely keep what they do locally to you. Any other questions before we get started? All right, that being said, we're going to go ahead and get started. Tonight's agenda is going to be, as I mentioned before, schedules and numbers, because you guys are pretty comfortable with numbers. And can I just say about your grammar? Wow, it's awesome. Food, we're going to talk about food. We're going to talk about ailments. I think you guys will get a kick out of that. And within ailments, we're going to talk about temporal aspects, like whether it's a one-time situation or whether it's chronic. So without further ado, can you please turn your cameras off? Questions in the chat until we practice. All right. All right. Nice job, by the way, on the homework. Very impressive. Like I said, you guys look great with the numbers. A little bit confusion between ordinal 4th, 7th versus 17th, those types of things. That is a good mistake, though. It's not like you're way off base. It's really just a matter of the movement. So Sherry, can you help Manahil, please? And real quick, I want to go through time and routines. If we're talking about something that's part of your daily schedule, like for example, all right, let me give you an example. I get up at about 5:45 to 6-ish in the morning, and I take a shower, I get dressed, and I head to work probably around 6:45. I have tea now versus coffee, and yeah, I'm usually out the door by 6:45, and I get to work about 7:35, 7:40-ish. Class starts at 8. I have classes all day. At about noon, I get about an hour and a half for lunch and prep time. Okay, so that's about 12-ish until around 1:30. At 1:30 until 3, I continue teaching. 3 o'clock we finish. 3 to 4 is things like department meetings. That's typically every Wednesday. And then about 3:45, 4 o'clock, I'm on my way home, and I get home, have dinner, I would say probably around 6:30-ish. And then I put my youngest to bed. We read books together. That's our routine. If he wants to read, and then once he's asleep, I have a little bit of me time. And I'm either reading or on my iPad, and then I'm usually in bed by 10:30. So that's basically what my day looks like. Okay. Now, if we're asking a question, if somebody asks you, like, how was your week? Was it good? Was your week good? Or how have you been? There are multiple ways you can say that. Okay, so if they do it with their eyebrows up and that forward lean, it means they're asking you a question. What you been up to? Looks like this. You could say something like, I'm good, 1 thumb up, 2 thumbs up. You can actually sign good. You can say same old thing, or I'm tired. Now, when you meet somebody and you're in a hurry to get out of the conversation and you're trying to be diplomatic about it, you can say, sorry, I have to go. Whoops, there goes that lamp again. Okay. Is that too, that's fine with me. Is that too dark? Is this good? Okay. All right, we will live. Anyway, like I have to go looks like this. This is typically how you sign go. Women typically sign it like this. Guys will do this, or they do this. Like I got to head out. I got to roll. Now, if you're in a hurry, you can do hurry like this, see the movement, or like this. Either way is fine. Like, sorry, I'm in a hurry. You can also say something like nice talking to you, nice chatting, or nice talking to you. See you. Okay, now look, watch this. So really, see you later looks like this. A truncated version of that. Well, see, now I got to talk to myself because so see you later. So see, you're going to use a 3-hand shape. Middle finger makes contact with your eye. And then when it comes out, it turns into an L. So it's almost a conjunction of see and later. See you soon. See you next week, maybe, whatever the situation is. And then see ya, bye. Like I'm really leaving. Many people will do this, the shaky I love you. Okay, this is the sign for I love you. However, it is very common in the deaf community with women in particular. Guys can do it, but women will typically do this as it's just a way to say goodbye. Okay, for close family, friends, people that you care about, you'll do this type of thing. It doesn't mean like I love you in a romantic sense or in like a serious way. It's just more of a very common leave-taking sign. Yep. And Sherry, are you, Manahil's having issues with her camera? I just saw that in the chat. If you can help her out with the tech. Okay, now you guys look pretty good with your dates based on what I saw in your homework. Nice job. So I'm just going to go through this really quick just to give you an idea. January 16th, 1930. That's my father's birthday. January 16th, 1930. Burr, burr, burr. And we'll do the last one. October 25th, 1973. All right. Now, my suggestion from this point moving forward, practice schedules. Okay. For example, what did I do yesterday? Like yesterday, I went out for lunch. 2 days ago, I exercised. Like Laura Steen over there, who looks so young, obviously doing a lot of exercising. This Friday, next week, schedule and the ability to describe a schedule is very important, particularly if you have children. Okay. Some folks I know are very good about, for example, creating visual schedules on the wall week by week, like really large one, like 8.5 by 11 per day, and setting those up on the wall with visuals describing where they're going, who they're visiting, and what time, so that the kids get a sense of schedules. Okay. That's really important because oftentimes deaf children are left out of those types of conversations. And so they have a very difficult time predicting routine. I hate that feeling, because it's like plans have been made without informing everybody and they are left out of that conversation. So for little ones, definitely a visual schedule is helpful. For once they're older and they understand, not quite as necessary. Oh, Capricorn. Hilarious. Okay. Somebody knows their horoscope. All right. We're not going to review the months. You guys seem very comfortable with that. Feelings. Yes, let's do some feelings. Okay, so this is the sign for feelings. And I think this is another important one, particularly with children, not just with children, but I know for myself personally, sometimes I get a little cranky and my kids think that I'm mad at them and I have to explain that I'm actually stressed. And that's important because the next time I look cranky, they can identify that. That's good for open communication. That's very important. So let's talk about feelings. Feelings is a sign like this. Emotions. Okay. In ASL, oftentimes emotion is more like emotional, that sign. It's more angsty. So we sign feelings for feelings and emotions. So happy. One-handed or two-handed, you don't see the two-handed very often. Pretty much the only time people sign happy two-handed is if you're singing happy birthday. Most of the time, it's just one-handed happy. Now, excited. Here's your hand shape. Hands alternate. Thrilled, hands are synchronous. So thrilled, not so thrilled. Notice the inflection takes place on the face. And then excited, super excited. Proud, thumbs up. Like this, goes straight up the center of your chest. Proud. Shy. So bent hand shape and a little turn there. Like they're timid, they're shy. They're demure. Embarrassed looks like this. The old sign was red face. Like they're red in the face, like they're really embarrassed. Now it's this. Like, oh, devastatingly embarrassed. I'm so embarrassed. I can't believe that happened. I might never recover. Okay. Guilty. 2 ways you can do this. You can do it with an index finger, guilty. Okay. Or it also can mean conscience, like you've got a good conscience. Or for guilty specifically, you can do it with a G, initialized. So guilty, feeling guilty. And then in a court of law, they're convicted. They're guilty. Angry. So anger. Mad. Notice the difference. Angry, mad. Grumpy. Crabby, cranky, hangry. All the things right there. Jealous. Okay, the old sign, which still exists, you'll still see it used, is with the X hand shape, jealous. Or like this, the movement's a little different if you notice, okay? Comes from this sign way back in the day, and now it's pretty common to see it done with the pinky. Envy looks like this, or to be envious. Like, oh, I wish I had XYZ thing. Oh, I jumped. I'm sorry. My bad. Sad. Let's go back to sad. I'm feeling really sad that I missed sad. I'm a little sad today. Notice again, the level, the severity, the degree is on the face. So sad versus miserable versus completely distraught is done with the facial expression, the non-manuals. Now we're afraid. Here we go. Now we're down to afraid. Different. Now notice scared. Movement is different. Scared. And also to let you know, deaf people like to scare each other. It's a thing because we're missing that sense. At a restaurant, we like to have our backs against the wall. Deaf people like to be seated in a place where they've got full access to everything in front of them. A lot of times deaf people will put their desks and places against a wall facing a door because nobody can sneak up on them that way. But when people walk up and somebody's unaware and they grab you, it's a real thing. Okay. So just saying. Hide and seek. God, good luck with hide and seek. Deaf people will, it takes forever to play a game of hide and seek. Hearing people, you're no fun. Hearing and deaf people, that gets fun for the hearing people. Yes. But all right, next up, tired. A lot of you know this one. Tired, to be tired. To be exhausted. See the difference there? Hide and seek, like, you know, how they, you know, when you're counting, like you're leaning against a wall and counting. Okay. Now, let me explain a little bit. Deaf people, they'll, you know, count like this. Okay. Out in space. Hearing people just yell, right? But deaf people have to actually count in space. Up to 100 or whatever you decide the rules are. But yeah, hide and seek like that. It's a fun game. All right. Bored. Boring or bored, same sign. So like, oh, that lecture is so boring, or you're really boring me, or I'm bored. So boring and bored, same sign. Context gives you the connotation. Sorry or regretful or apologize looks like this. You're going in a clockwise motion. And whether you mean it or not is conveyed with your facial expression. Surprise. Surprise. This can mean like I have a surprise for you, like I've got a surprise, or it can mean a sense of surprise, like I was so surprised that this happened. Puzzled, to be perplexed. Puzzling. So like, I just don't understand this. I find this very puzzling. Okay, everybody with me? So some basic emotions and feelings. Now, okay. Food. Let's talk about food. So this is food. Hold on, let me talk to myself. Oh, so good catch, Catherine. So puzzled, confused. You can, let me think about this. Can you interchange them? Sometimes I got to talk to myself. They can be interchangeable. And actually, this is another way to go about saying it. Like, what the heck? Like, wow. Like, same thing. So confused, think, scramble. That's confused. Yeah. Puzzled is a little bit gentler. Confused is a little bit more like, and then this is like totally lost, mind blown. I have no idea what's happening. So I guess they're levels, different extremes. So good one. All right. Next up, food. All the food. Fruits with an F hand shape. Fruits. Vegetables with a V. Meat. So you can grab right here, or you can grab further down. I grab down more by the finger. It's a tomato situation, whatever makes you happy. Dairy, I spell, okay? Milk, some people will sign the milk group. That works. All right, now let's start with our fruits. Apple, it's an X hand shape. Some people wonder why that's the hand shape. It actually comes from this sign, pomme, P-O-M-M-E, which is the French word for apple. And my theory, and this is a complete guess, that this evolved over time to this. I could be wrong. Don't quote me on it. This is Edna's theory. Orange, oranges. Now, a million signs for banana. This is like birthday, so follow your regional variation. We have bananas, we have bananas, we have bananas, we have bananas. Did I say this one? Bananas, 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 bananas. That was it, bananas. All of it references peeling, but lots of bananas. Grapes. They could be red grapes. They could be green grapes. Grapes. Strawberry. Another 1,000,001 signs for strawberry. So strawberry, strawberry, strawberry. This is the most typical one. It's like, you know, you take it and then you throw away the stem. Blueberries. Blueberries. Sometimes berry can be with the index finger. So again, tomato. Blackberries. And please throw some others in the chat. A lot of them, like other fruits, anything that you like in particular, sometimes they are spelled. Any other fruits? Ah, here I come. Okay. Cantaloupe. We spell cantaloupe. I hate to break it to you. Do I sign cantaloupe? Yeah, no, we spell cantaloupe. I mean, you could kind of maybe describe it. It's like a melon and what kind, and then you would sign cantaloupe. This is melon and or pumpkin. So it stands for the category and the family of melons, and is also the sign for pumpkin. And then we would spell cantaloupe. Pineapple. This is one sign, comes from apple, derivative of apple. There are other folks like in Indiana. I don't know if they still sign it. Pineapple. I don't know if they still use that. Oh, you're not even looking at me. Pineapple. Yep, I sign pineapple. Yeah, so the interpreter signs pineapple like this. So many pineapples. So, okay. Where were we? Oh, watermelon. So watermelon. Or you'll see this for watermelon. Okay. Spit your seeds out. Mango, which are super delicious, but we spell. Okay. Kiwi. Again, with the spelling. Kiwi, yeah. Kiwi is almost lexicalized. It's, you know, because it's sign like mango, you spell very succinctly. Kiwi is almost lexicalized. Cherry with the pinky. Do I sign it with my pinky, or do I sign it with my index finger? Yeah, I'm a pinky signer for cherry. Sometimes it's with the index finger. Lemon. Oh, so lemon. What do I do? Lemon, lime, lemon. Yeah, you spell lime. So lemon is like this. Lemonade is with a little like movement. So lemon is like this. Lemonade is like this. Lime we spell. There might be somebody out there might do a green lemon. I certainly hope not. There might be some regional variations. And I think that's all the fruits. All right, onward to our vegetables. Lettuce. And let me give you a little bit of background. Ever heard of a head of lettuce? You know, you go to the store and it's like a head of cabbage, a head of lettuce. Okay, the old sign used to be this, two-handed. And over time, it evolved down to one hand, and that is lettuce. Carrots. There's a couple different carrots. Yeah, I sign carrots like Bugs Bunny-ish. Carrots. That's a little too phallic, that sign. So carrots, this is safer. You're not going to offend anybody with this carrot. Now, cucumber, I've always spelled, but I am noticing more and more this sign coming into vogue here. Like you slice it, cucumber, green cucumber. Tomato. Okay, now I sign tomato. My mom, who is older, still signs it like this, which was the origin. The origin is red cut. And then over time, it evolved. And I would definitely check with your local community. Where are we? Okay. All right. I get it. I was wondering why Summer was laughing and now I remember. But there are some people, some of the signs they make, I'm like, oh, if you only knew what you were saying, honey. So yeah, it can be a real thing. Anyway, broccoli. I abbreviate it BROC. I have seen some people do green trees. Please don't sign green trees. If you're teasing and being funny, that's fine, but don't like make up a sign at the dinner table. That's important. And finger spelling is an important thing to expose kids to because it's a bridge to literacy. Very much so. So don't shy away from the finger spelling. It's only 4 letters, BROC. You can do it. Peas can look like this, peas, or like this. Either way, and it's a sign for peas or beans. And then potato. From sticking a fork in a potato to test if it's done. Okay, that's where it came from. And over time, it evolved to this. Okay. Any other vegetables? Okay, it also is a sign for chips. It can be the sign for chips. So potato and our chips. Beets we spell. And they're so delicious. Oh, mushrooms, my favorite. I love me a mushroom. So beets we spell beets, B-E-T-S. And then mushroom looks like this. And really, Catherine? Oh, mushrooms are divine. Edamame, which is also super delicious. How in the world? Yeah, we would be spelling that one. As far as I know, have I ever seen a sign when they're I mean, I guess we would spell it. And then you could talk about, with the salt, the pea pods or the chickpea pods and kind of describe it. Cauliflower is another spelling situation. To let you know, it's funny. I went to France. I've been there actually several times. And beautiful language. Lot less finger spelling in French Sign Language. Very pictorial, very iconic. ASL, we're spellers. And for a variety of reasons, I think mainly because we don't know where the food comes from. Like vanilla, we just signed shaky V for vanilla. In France, they signed this because that's what a vanilla bean looks like. Okay. We see it like vanilla extract. We have no idea where the origin is. So I wish we had more iconicity in some of our signs. And you're starting to see that shift happen. But my generation, we spell everything. Cabbage is the same as lettuce. Okay, so you're going to just change up the mouth morpheme. So lettuce versus cabbage. Okay, but typically you see it more often for lettuce because when does anybody eat cabbage? Okay, red cabbage, white cabbage, all the things. Okay. Meats. All right, so we've got chicken, just like the bird. And again, chicken's another one. In Chicago, what did we sign? Chicken. Some people sign chicken. Some people sign chicken. Chicken. Okay. Generally speaking, chicken. Yes, bird and chicken, same thing. Context, we eat chickens, birds fly in the sky. Pork, we spell. If somebody asks where it comes from, you can sign pig, but we spell pork, we don't sign pig. Beef, we also spell. If somebody asks where it's from, you can say a cow. Hot dog is another one. This is hot. Okay, so again, regional variations. Some people sign hot dog, some people sign hot dog, some people sign hot dog. Here, this is what you see pretty often. Again, and that comes from everything that's left. Bacon. So bacon. Some people do it like this with a 13 hand shape, bacon. I do it with like a V hand shape. It's just whatever floats your boat. Okay. Hamburger. Same way you make one. Cheeseburger. With tomatoes and lettuce and mustard, mayo, ketchup, bun. Delicious. Okay. Fish or fish. So with an anchor hand or by itself. And then we spell seafood. Tofu, we also spell. So yes, chicken and bird are the same, Summer. For me anyway, here in Maryland, bird and chicken are the same. You might have a different region. Very Louisiana. Oh my goodness. Crawfish. Okay, so anyway, getting back to chicken. I don't know if there's a regional variation where you're from, but where I'm from, chicken and bird are the same. Crawfish. I am sure that there is a regional sign for that, specific, particularly in Louisiana. For me, in Maryland, where they're not popular, not so much. Shrimp looks like this, though. So shrimp can look like really a couple signs for shrimp. Shrimp, shrimp, or we can go backwards because that's really how they swim. So how do I go? Do I go forwards or backwards? I go forwards with my shrimp. It really doesn't matter. But I would definitely check with your local community for crawfish. Love me some seafood. Okay, on to our dairy food group, working our way up the pyramid. So dairy, okay, milk. Everybody should know milk. To let you know, the old sign, of course, is from milking a cow. Don't do it two-handed. Okay, it's milk. Cheese, from when they used to press cheese, to get the whey, all of that. Cheese, love me some cheese. Cheesy, you can also sign it for cheesy, like they're very cheesy. Yogurt, let's talk about yogurt. We've always spelled yogurt. Now, that being said, I have seen, typically with little kids, I've seen this. Yogurt. I've seen it. I've seen this one. This one I don't like. I have my biases, of course, but like spooning up a Y, I'm not a fan. It just feels weird to me. This one I can kind of get behind, but we've always signed yogurt. Eggs. Okay, like you're cracking an egg. And ice cream. Yep. Yep. New England variation ice cream. Yeah. Yeah. So Anna, the interpreter, who's stepping horribly out of role. So a lot of her signs come from New England. So this is ice cream in New England. So again, regional variations. Southerners sometimes sign like it's a French sign, like for ice cream. And then my sister, who's 9 years older than me, she signs ice cream. Okay. So again, just all over the place with all the things. Ah, good question. Very nuanced cheese and movie. So cheese is like this, movie is like this. So movie, because think of a screen, which is upright. Now, see, now I got to talk to myself. I mean, it is very subtle, the nuance. So movie is upright, cheese is down. And context is really going to help with that. We don't want to see some cheese. So if we're talking about that, we're talking about a movie versus Do you want an American movie on your hamburger? More than likely that's cheese. Okay. All right. Perfect. Excellent. Ice cream, of course. Let's talk about some flavors. We have chocolate, vanilla, or some people do vanilla like this, shaky V, or vanilla on the back of your hand, strawberry, chocolate chip, or do I do chocolate mint ice cream? Yeah, chocolate mint, cookie dough. I gotta stop there. We could go on. Any other questions? Any other dairy situations? Any other foods? Okay, real quickly. Let me see what's next because we're gonna move on to ailments. All right. Ah, Catherine, we spell. I'm thinking paprika, oregano. Okay. Oh, there you go. So salt. Okay. Salt. Not that that's an herb. Salt. What do we sign? Salt. Pepper. I've seen this for pepper. Do I sign pepper? Me? Oh, Lord. And this is just me. Don't copy me. I spell salt and pepper, salt, pepper. Some people do this for pepper. Pepper. I've seen this. Salt and pepper. Salt and pepper, but it's on the mouth. This is always salt. Salt is pretty. Pepper's all over the place. All the other herbs are pretty much spelling. Okay, now, if any other foods, throw them in the chat. If not, we will continue on. Okay, real quickly in the chat, please give me your favorite dish. Just put it in the chat. That way I can kind of focus on what you guys eat. So favorite food can be anything. Oh, here they come. Good stuff. Favorite food. Love it. Ah, wonderful. Perfect. This is exactly what I'm looking for. Okay, that's cool. I love to see the regional dishes here. This is nice. Ooh. Steak and taters. Funness. Okay. Else? Okay. Keep them coming. I'm happy I asked. Okay. So the first one, I'm going to just keep them coming while we're going. Sushi. 2 signs. Sushi or sushi. Okay. Sushi, what kind? And then you're going to talk about like California roll or spicy. What the heck do they have? Spicy salmon, or I don't know, spicy tuna or what, yeah. Okay. So, but sushi. Pasta and or spaghetti. Okay. Some people do this for, now I got to talk to myself again. Yeah. Some people do pasta, ravioli, and you can describe them. Spiral noodles, fettuccine, the thick ones, the thin ones, the angel hair, blither. Salad. Oh, a healthy person. 66. That's why you look so good. So salad, like imagine you're tossing a salad and whether you put eggs in it or lettuce or bacon. See, I'm ruining the salad, or onions or tomatoes or all the things. Dressing. Tracy, where are you from? I forget. I'm trying to remember. Oh, well. Tacos. Okay. Typically, we spell tacos, particularly in places like Arizona or Texas. Okay, Arizona. They do have signs that are regional. I've seen taco. For me, this means sandwich, but in some areas. So I would rather you check with your local community. I've always spelled taco. All right, where are we? Chicken Alfredo, delish. So chicken, and then we spell Alfredo, which is the white sauce. So pasta with white sauce, you can also do that. Delicious. So chicken Alfredo. Now my favorite, okay, is chicken Alfredo. And if somebody doesn't know what that is, you can go, the chicken with the pasta with the white sauce. I think it's fettuccine. And it's cream and there's peas and it's just fantastic. That. So that's how you would elaborate on that. Turkey with cabbage. Or you could say turkey. Here's your turkey and cabbage here next to it on the plate or whatever. All right, where are we next? Steak. We spell steak. Are you going to do steak like this or spell it? And taters. Potatoes. Okay, excellent. Mashed potatoes. Some people sign mashed like this. And biscuits. I spell biscuits, but you can do biscuits like this. You can also do cupcake like this. So you might want to spell it or give yourself a mouth morphine for that one. And I can't say this word, but there's a sign for it. Pierogies. They're those little, oh Lord, they're like little, what are they called? Help. What are they called? There's a sign for it. They're like, they look like, it's like a Chinese, they're not Chinese, but they look like those. Help, Tara. Dumplings. They're like dumplings. Yeah, they're like dumplings, but there's a sign for that, but I forget what it is. I can't spell it, which is great because the interpreter can't say it either. Okay, so whether it's German or China, they're Greek. Okay. And if somebody doesn't know what they are, you can describe them. They're like these, I don't even know how you make the things. So they fold them over and then they press the ends on these little dumplings and they look like this shape. And inside they've got all the things, meat and potatoes or whatever they are. So yeah, they are very delish. But I would spell it for now. Okay. And then biscuits and gravy. Oh, okay. So let's talk about gravy. Gravy and biscuits. Okay. My mom, back in the day in Indiana, signed gravy like this. Her sign is gravy. Again, that's Indiana, 87 years old. Summer, Louisiana, right? You're from Louisiana, right? Okay, so I would check again with your local community. There might be a sign for that. It could be gravy, and I would do biscuits with gravy. That's how I would do it. I would swap it, but I would definitely check because there might be something regional to the south for gravy. And then dumplings. Yeah, chicken dumplings, all the dumplings. Yeah, but we spell dumplings because they're little poofy things. Okay, so anyway, okay. Now I'm hungry. All right, good, perfect food. Now I want to challenge you guys, okay? I would say if you move up to the advanced class with Ricky, practice how to actually cook the food and make the food. How do you make that hamburger? How do you put it all together? That's taking the vocabulary you have now to the next level, kind of like I did when I was describing that hamburger with all the toppings. Okay. Now, for ailments and inflection, we want to distinguish the difference between something that is reoccurring or chronic, okay, whether it happens every day, whether it happens all day, whether it happens all month, whether it happens all year, okay, or whether it's a one-time acute occurrence. Your movement is going to change. That's how you differentiate these things. So let's start off with pain, okay? So ailments would be like sick or something that pops up in your body. Okay, so sickness, ailments. So pain looks like this. Pain. Now, if the pain is ongoing, like it's been 3 days of straight pain, notice how the movement changes. So 3 days straight of pain. This is temporal aspect. So the movement is continuous. If it's something that you have every day, like, oh, this is reoccurring, but it's acute. Okay, so you have pain every day, but it's not all day. Like you get a headache every day, for example. Okay. versus ongoing continuous pain. Like I have had a headache for 3 days straight. Cramps. Let me show you this. Now for ladies, if they're menstrual, they're here. Cramp, like, your monthly cramps that you get. Really bad cramps, severe cramps all night. Notice how the movement changes. If it's something that reoccurs monthly, it looks like that. If it's a leg cramp, okay, you're going to distinguish that leg cramp, like a Charlie horse. Where else does one get a cramp? A back cramp? Do you get a back cramp or something like that? Okay. A cough, 2 signs. So you can do it like this, cough, or you can do it like this with cough. Ah, good question. Yes, let me back up to pain. And actually, it applies to cramp as well. This is one of those signs you can move based on the location where the pain is occurring. Stomach pain, headache pain, leg pain. Okay. You can't, like, if you're having foot pain, you're not going to bend over or lift your foot up. You would then reference your foot, maybe move in that general direction, but you don't have to bend all the way over. But yes, if it's shoulder pain or chest pain or anywhere in your main trunk area, you can put it there. Whoa, lots of things in the chat. Okay, so cough. Okay, like my son has got a really bad cough. For 2 days straight, he's been coughing. Okay. Sometimes I just cough a little bit. Notice the difference there. And then I realize that it's pollen and I've got allergies. So cough versus continuous cough. Ah, same sign, Justin and Amber. Okay, well, okay, a little bit nuanced. Me, growing up in Maryland, I sign hurt like this. We don't sign it that way anymore, or hurt. Most of the time, you're going to see hurt and pain sign the same. I used to sign it like this. It was a Maryland thing, but everybody signs hurt. So they're the same. Pain, hurt. All right, where were we? Coughing, coughing, tired, tired, exhausted, completely worn down. I'm tired of you playing around. I'm tired. I'm over it. I'm done. So tired, totally tired. Oh, Catherine, yes. Yes, it can be figure of speech. If like you're hurt, you hurt my feelings. You hurt. It would be this. Like you hurt me. Knock it off. We're done. Goodbye. The end. You hurt me. Okay, good one. Man, I'm chopped. Damn it. Okay, Sam, thank you. Keep me straight. All right, so cough, we jumped over sore throat. So G hand shape, repeatedly downward motion. So sore throat can also mean strep. Like I get a sore throat all the time. What is happening? Notice my face. It's like, why do I always have a sore throat? Versus, I'm a little scratchy. All right, itch. Generally speaking, neutral, this is itch. I'm itchy. You can also move itch around. If you have an itch over here, or you have an itch over here. What is that, dandruff? Are you okay? Maybe you need some special shampoo. You can also, with your kids, it's very important. You want to talk about good touch and bad touch, or appropriate touch or inappropriate touch, or like if you're itchy, you're asking where they're itchy, or you pitch itchy on your genitals, and maybe we need to go to the doctor, that type of thing. Maybe there's a cream situation, or we need to get you some medicine. From the very beginning, you want to make sure that you're exposing them to the appropriate vocabulary and helping them describe those things. Oh, okay. So have a cold. Like if somebody's got a cold, they don't feel good. They have a cold, like runny nose. That's where that comes from. Now, that's different from the I'm feeling cold, like temperature. So this is cold. This is like I have had a cold forever. I have had a runny nose forever. Okay, so 2 days ago, this was actually my life. Fever, boom, or fever. So if somebody's running a fever, kind of an old sign, but this is what you see more often now. Yep, cold and tissue. Willie, same thing. I got a cold. I need a tissue. It's context. You don't need a cold. So, and then here you go. Have some Kleenex. Actually, an easy way to distinguish it. Nouns tend to be done a couple times, like my name sign, couple little taps. That's it. Table, boom, boom. Cup, boom, boom. It's a repeated movement, usually no more than 2 to 3 times. Okay, typically 2 times. So if I have a cold, you're going to do it more than once. Tissue is going to be twice. That's it. Okay, so that's a good way to make the distinction. All right, where are we? Checking the time. All right, we're having a fever. What's your temperature? Let me actually talk to myself. Tanya, we're talking about temperature. Temperature outside, temperature like fever, same thing. You can also adjust if there's a rapid change in temperature, like it dropped right away, like it got really cold overnight. Like during the day, it wasn't bad, but then overnight, it got cold. When something is swollen, the general sign is like this. If you have a black eye or a goose egg on your head swollen, looks like that. Or you've got some swelling, some kind of bump situation happening on your arm. If they're little, like a rash almost. If your foot is swollen, if your ankle is swollen, you're going to point to it. Okay, my left foot, I'm pointing in that direction. I'm spelling foot, or I'm going to reference both of them in the fact that they're swollen. Notice the non-manual on the mouth, swollen glands, swollen lymph nodes. Hives. I get hives all the time. I hate hives. How do I sign hives? Yeah. Like right now I have one. It's over here. A little bit of it's a little one. Sometimes they're big, sometimes they're just little hives. So hives, yeah. I typically spell hives. And people are like, what's wrong with you? You got like a red bump. Yeah, I know it's hives. Here, or here, or here. So to answer your question. Okay. And then you say you could say allergies. All right. Where are we on our thing? Upset stomach. Not up. This is upset like I am upset. Okay. This is to be upset. In this case, we're talking about upset stomach. Okay. Like I ate something that I should not have eaten and my stomach's upset. Same thing of like being thrown off mentally. It's like you're thrown off gastrointestinally and I have to use the restroom now. To get sick, to vomit, to throw up. My mom, I just love the way my mom signs it like this, like vomit. Vomit. Yeah, vomit. That's the youths. Thank you. The youths will sign this for vomit. It's a little bit more crude, for lack of a better word. But vomit, like, yeah, Lena, you should be signing it like this. Okay. It's not crude. It's like the equivalent of puke. Okay. So to vomit continuously for a week versus to vomit 1 or 2 times. Ah, good one. Nausea. Summer. Like to feel nauseous. Like you don't feel right. Something is amiss. Nauseous. Really nauseous. Like I feel really nauseous. I feel sick. I need to lie down. That kind of thing. Yeah, nauseous. And that can be from anything. Okay. Rash. We spell rash and we talk about red and then we talk about where it is. I got bumps here. I got bumps here. This is like bumps. Like I've got a red bumps or red, or it could be like if you're splotchy, like red splotches. Okay, so a cut Again, locational. Where is it? On the head, in your mouth, on your cheek, on your hand. Some people do it like this as well. A scrape is more like this, like if somebody has some carpet burn or they slid into home plate and they got a scrape, or they got a scrape here, or road rash, or whatever the case may be. So we did our rashes. Sore. To feel sore. Like sore, you can also finger spell for degree. My mom signed sore. Sore, yep, a lot of different signs for sore. Sore, all the sores. You can finger spell it for emphasis, like I'm so sore. Burn is lexicalized. So good question. So this is lexicalized, which means sign like. Okay, so notice we're spelling it, but we're starting our B with the palm orientation facing the ceiling, and it's turning, okay, as you're spelling it. So sunburn, for example. So to burn. Okay, that's different from like burning firewood. So this is burn as in the injury. Ugh, you guys are, ugh. So sore, like an open lesion wound situation. You're gonna spell it, and you're gonna, with pus and all the things, like a, I don't know. Like I spell blister. Do you spell blister? Yeah, we spell blister, and then. But if people don't know what that is, then you're going to talk about like water and a bump, and if you pop it and bleh. And it can be on your foot. You can be on your foot, like how, from walking in new shoes. Again, you want to describe that, especially with kids who might not know what that means. And then you pop it and drain it, and lovely. No, it's great. No problem, Alice. So sore, like you're going to spell it first though. So they know, because that could be a rash or that could be a bump. So you want to spell it first. I'm starting to feel queasy. Okay, where are we? We had our upset stomach. Oh, not being able to sleep. So being up all night. So these represent your eyeballs, and this represents overnight and that your eyeballs are open. And this is tossing and turning or restless. Can't sleep, just tossed and turned all night long, and showing the continuity there. Most young people will do this, like eyeballs up all night. My kids do that, like I was up all night. Okay, diarrhea. This is like a one-time occurrence versus continuous. Some people sign it like this, or with the open 5-hand shape. So like a situation. Now the opposite, constipation or being constipated, looks like this for obvious reasons. Like you're just sitting there and you've got it. What is it? Prune juice is the situation. What do you have to do for that? Or what is that? An enema? Joy. Okay. Medicine looks like this. This can also mean medical. Now, medicine, there's different routes, right? You're talking about a pill. You're talking about, it could be a dropper, like an eye dropper. So you're going to describe that after you sign medicine. Sometimes it's a dropper that goes in your mouth. It can be a topical, like a cream or a lotion. It could be like something like an Alka-Seltzer powder situation. It can be like an elixir, like cough syrup. Like if they don't hate, and the kids don't like it because it tastes gross and they have to do all those things. So. Okay, so Lena, once in a while looks like this. So if it's something occasionally happens, like once in a while, this is pretty often, sometimes or often, or every once in a while, or occasionally. So the sign gets slower and bigger the more spaced out the occurrences are. So this is pretty often, once in a while. Yeah, typically I do it like this. So this is really often versus slower means once in a while. Okay, now Perfect. So medicine. Okay. Okay. So interesting. Drug. I don't sign. I would say, okay. Blah, blah, blah. Medicine. Good one. Good one. Good one. So medicine allergy. So lay down and rest. Okay. So lay down, rest, sleep, rest, sleep, get your sleep, drink a lot of fluids, soup. What else? The brat diet, bananas, rice. What's the A? Applesauce and toast. The brat diet. I'm spelling that right? Brat. Yep. Okay. And then last but not least, if you're totally stuck and you still don't feel good, last but not least, go to a doctor. Doctor can be with a D initialized or like this. My mom signs it with an M initialized for medical. Most people do it with just a bent flat hand shape. Now, doctor, it can also be DR and then appointment. Okay, I'm going to stop right there. No. Yes. Anything we missed? Okay, yeah, I think this is a good place to stop. Okay, because if somebody isn't feeling good or they're not feeling well, what should your response be? Okay, you can do remember our OIC back channeling and say you're sorry, or have you tried whatever, or I have an idea of something that might help, or why not XYZ. Why not take some cough syrup, for example, and you'll feel better. Okay, so why not? This means like, okay, so this where it says awful, it doesn't mean awful like you're awful. It just means like, oh, that's too bad. I don't even know. What's the sign for what? Like too bad. Yeah, like, oh, too bad, that stinks, or oh, that is not good, or oh, it's an expression of sympathy. Or like, I know, I've been there, I totally know, I get it, been there, done that, I feel you. Kids will say, I feel you. Feel you. Kids do that. That's for the youths. But like, I know, like, I get it, I've been there, I totally get it. Or like, have you done this yet? Like, have you drank water? So water finished means like, have you done, and this is not yet. So you haven't tried that. Well, then may I suggest some water? Okay. Like, have you tried that? So try can be with A's or with the T hand shape. So why not? Try whatever, or you should. Like, you really should go to the doctor. And if you refuse, fine, live your best life, but you should, I don't know, get some rest, for example. All right. And I think I'm going to stop. Everybody, can we turn, hold on one sec. Let me go back. Yeah. Okay. Cameras on, please. Any questions on anything we've covered? Tanya. So you said like sore, suffer, all the things. Okay. Yes. Okay. So the nuance. This is like sore. Suffer is stronger. Okay. So suffer is like suffer, and it kind of almost comes down like to suffer on a daily basis. Okay. Patience is straight down. Notice how it's close though. Patience and suffering. Isn't that interesting? So patience straight down, suffer is like at a twist. Suffer. Sometimes I'll say to like me, like, it's like, do you want to suffer? I've seen it actually. It's more like this. Suffer is more like this compared to sore. And the facial expression is more severe. What'd you say? Private. Oh, yeah, that's another one. Good. Lots of signs with that initial root. Private, secret, super secret, or private, suffer. Fascinating. I bet there's a connection to the French. Very excited. My suggestion to everybody, since we are wrapping up, is challenge yourselves to move on to the next level with Ricky, the advanced level. You guys have it. I don't want you to give up, and I also don't want you to lose it. And if you don't use it, you lose it. So I'm proud of y'all. You did a great job. And oh, yes, Justin and Amber.
If you're using one hand on the phone and you need to say, I have pain, would you just use one hand for that?
Beautiful question. And the answer is yes, absolutely. And that's pretty much across the board. Okay. So suppose I'm drinking all this water. Yeah, I need a cup. Okay. See how this is really the sign for cup. But if one hand is otherwise indisposed, most two-handed signs, knife, I need a knife. Can I have a knife? You can do them with one hand. Okay. Or like, do you want some butter or whatever the case may be? People are always carrying stuff, right? So yes, we've totally adapted to sign things one-handed. Don't feel like you have to put something down unless they're not getting what you're saying. My uncle, RIP, has since passed away, but he was an amputee. Okay. And literally it was fascinating how he would relocate things. Okay. He would talk about work like this. He would talk about school like this. Okay. How was school? I mean, really clever, very adaptable, and people could understand him until he got arthritic, and then it became a whole challenge. But anyway, yes. So yes, you totally can sign one-handed. Okay. So again, I'm so proud of you guys. Please keep it up. Okay. Pinky promise me. All right. I want to see pinky promises from everybody that you're going to challenge yourselves and move on. And with that being said, I do hope to see you all again soon. And thank you so much for being with us for the last 4 weeks. You guys did great. Thank you. Thank you.